So guys, these are some signs that your psychic abilities are starting to come online. Okay, we all have intuitive psychic abilities. We all have the ability to tap into information that goes beyond the logical mind. Okay, and this information can help you navigate your reality, can help you tap into your yes and no guidance system within yourself, aka your intuition, your intuitive abilities. And some signs that your psychic abilities are starting to come online are: one, you start to notice synchronicities around you. You start to notice these patterns of energy. You might notice certain words that just keep repeating, that you just keep seeing, and they're trying to get your attention. This is your soul guiding you in a certain direction. You might see certain numbers like 1111. When you notice it, it is activating an energy within you. So really acknowledge these synchronicities when you take notice of them, because the more you acknowledge this energy flowing through, you're going to keep being guided by this energy. And you'll notice like a presence behind it. You'll feel a presence. The second sign is you'll probably start having very vivid dream experiences. You'll start remembering your dreams more. You'll start having these mystical experiences during dream state, because you're starting to access other dimensions when you go to sleep. You'll start astral traveling, maybe lucid dreaming. You'll start realizing and becoming aware that you are dreaming. And you might start seeing a lot of different animals and symbolism that is reflecting your subconscious back to you. You can use this to really access the deeper aspects of yourself, your soul, and speak with your guides as well. Another sign is you might just somehow have the answer to certain questions. Someone asks a question and you're like, I know that somehow. The information just floods in to your consciousness and you have the answer. You might start experiencing telepathy, where you think of something and someone says it out loud and you're like, whoa. And then these moments just keep happening again and again, because your channel is much more open now to the information around you. Okay, we're always connected to information. Our minds are connected, our emotions are connected, because we have a torus field that expands beyond our body and connects to the information around us. And not only that, when you start accessing your psychic abilities, you start tapping into the quantum field, and inside the quantum field you can tap into information from across the world, from across timelines, from any point in time in history, and across different dimensions. So it's a really powerful, beautiful thing. It can get overwhelming though if you don't take time to ground yourself, if you don't take time to ground the ego as well, because the ego, it can do what it wants with this information. Whatever information you get, it's your choice on what meaning you give to this information. So always remember that when channeling different information, that it might not even have any significance to your current timeline. So really use discernment when you're accessing these other dimensions. If it does not serve your highest good, if it does not serve the direction you're wanting to go, then it may not be applicable to where you're currently at. Another sign that your psychic abilities are starting to come online is you feel this call to just go inward, to spend more time connecting with your internal energy, your internal environment, with your inner vision, your clairvoyance. And it basically just enhances your inner world. Your inner world becomes vastly adventurous, because you're able to explore these other dimensions within yourself, these other realms. And it can get kind of tricky, because you don't want to lose yourself in those realms. You want to take that information that you receive and apply it to your physical reality, the current identity that you're living in. And remember that these abilities that you are starting to awaken are meant to assist you in your life. They're meant to help other people as well. Okay, but it's not something that makes us special because we've started tapping into these extrasensory perceptions, because it's something every single being has, every single human has, but most people aren't quite aware of it. They're not quite opened up to it. And if it happens all at once, it can be very overwhelming for the psyche because so much information can flood in, and this can cause a lot of mental issues. It can cause a lot of inner turmoil as well. And it's not really quite understood in society. It's kind of looked down upon because, I mean, they don't really teach us this in school. They don't really teach us about the other dimensions as well. They teach us about this physical reality, and that's the only thing that exists. But as you know, if you're watching this video, there's so much more to this reality. And these realities are just as real as this one. But we can easily get lost because this reality we're in is important. We've incarnated here for a reason. We're here in these physical bodies for a reason. I'm here talking to you for a reason. Because we're meant to live, we're meant to experience. And the reason why you're opening up energetically is because just something that naturally happens as you are evolving energetically. And sometimes certain things trigger these experiences. Certain trauma can open us up because when we don't want to be here in this physical reality, a way to kind of dissociate is to connect to these other dimensions. So, that's something that started happening to me. I wanted more than this life. I wanted to experience what was beyond this reality because I was suffering a lot in this body. I was suffering a lot in this experience. But now I'm learning to connect with both and to bring that energy down to enhance my life and to enhance other people's lives as well as much as we can. Okay, the third eye is a very powerful energy center, and it can be very overwhelming. So make sure you're grounding, making sure that you take time to connect with your body as well. And yeah, if you ever need assistance, don't be afraid to reach out. I'm running a 3-month program right now that can help you really activate and balance these energies within yourself because it can get really overwhelming. Okay, the overwhelmed healer is a prevalent archetype in the spiritual community because we're not really taught how to balance these energies, these abilities that we're awakening to. And we can get really overwhelmed and start to develop sensory overload, start to develop really uncomfortable physical symptoms that leave us kind of unable to live our lives, to interact in this physical reality. This physical reality becomes very heavy when so much energy is flooding into us and we don't know what to do with it. So hit the link in my bio, check out my services, check out my mentorship program. You can apply to it if you feel called to. And yeah, I'd love to work with you guys. And it's exciting working with different energies, awakening to the different dimensions. And just know that there's many others like you, even if it feels like you're alone in this. That's why I'm making this video, because there's so many people. It feels like we're spread out in the world, but there's many people awakening to these other realities. And we're here to support each other. We're here to lift each other up and help each other enhance our own lives and live in harmony. Not living in suffering and feeling like these abilities, these extrasensory perceptions are like a burden on you. They can become a gift. They really can. So I appreciate you guys. Subscribe to my channel, Soul Expansion, if you want more videos like this in the future. Peace and much love.